All right, fifth graders, today we're working on double bar graphs, much like we talked about in class today. We worked on stacked bar graphs, but these are going to be similar. The difference is they're right next to each other instead of one right on top of the other. We're looking first at the key, and this is showing enrollment for 1985, and this is showing current enrollment. And then it says our first question is, which is the only school where enrollment has dropped? So we want to look for the gray boxes to the black boxes. Black to gray went up here, black to gray went up, black to gray, this one went down. This must be our only one, but we'll check. Black to gray went up, and this one, there is no black. If we look at our directions up here, it also talks about how that's a brand new school. It says it also shows the current enrollment of Kennedy Elementary, which was built in 1990. This black one was showing 1985. Okay, so back to this one, Lincoln. Make sure you're capitalizing the L in Lincoln. Lincoln Elementary was the only one that dropped. Which school has had the greatest increase in enrollment? So we need to look again, black to the light gray. We're counting, if you look, it's between 300 and 400, so halfway in between, this would be our 350. 350 to 400 is an increase of 50, plus another is 75, so a bit more than 75 on that one. This one has grown. It was about 400, a little over 400. Now it's a little over 500, so that one increased by 100. This one went down, so no increase. And this one went from about 450 to about 525, so 450 to 500. So this one increased by about 75, a little bit more. So which school had the greatest increase in enrollment? It looks like it was Madison. Again, capitalize, it's a proper noun. Elementary is also part of a name now, so it has to be capitalized. Which school has the smallest increase? Tricky, because smallest increase seems like it would be Lincoln because it actually went down. It didn't increase at all, but it does say increase, so then we kind of go back and forth. I think this one is a tricky question, and the obvious answer would be Lincoln, because it dropped. However, it did say increase, so of the two, which one increased the least? I guess that one would be Jefferson. But I'm going to put a note on there that Lincoln dropped, because I think that's kind of a goofy question on here. About how many more students are enrolled in each of the schools today than in 1985? So in Washington Elementary, it's more than 75. And in Jefferson, it's about 75. It was slightly more. And then about how many more students are currently enrolled in Jefferson Elementary than in Lincoln? So we need to find Jefferson Elementary, and they are at about 525. Currently, we want the light gray, that's our current, and we're comparing it to Lincoln, which is close to 350, not quite there, so 350, and we're subtracting it from about 525, and if we subtract, so about 175. And then it says, which schools have enrollment of less than 450? So let's find our 450. Which ones have enrollment of less? And it looks like we've got Washington is less. Make sure you're capitalizing. Washington is less than 450, and Lincoln is less than 450, and so is Kennedy. Make sure you're capitalizing all of those. Thanks for working with me today.